Hi children, in this video we are going to see in detail about the advent of the Europeans. After the capture of Constantinople by the Turks, the land route between India and Europe was closed. So it became imperative on the part of the Europeans to discover a new sea route. So land route இந்தியாவுக்கும் யூரோப்புக்கும் நடுவில் இருக்க land route க்ளோஸ் ஆன பிறகு they discovered the sea route. Now we are going to see some of the Portuguese governors who discovered a new sea route. Among the entire European nation, Portugal was the foremost to make an attempt to discover a sea route to India. Prince Henry of Portugal was a navigator. He encouraged his countrymen to take up a adventurous life of exploring unknown regions. So through sea, navigator means navigator who sails in ship. So he makes an adventurous life of exploring the unknown areas. Now we are going to see about Vasco da Gama. Vasco da Gama is a Portuguese sailor. He reached the southernmost point of Africa and continued his journey to Mozambique, from where he sailed to India. Mozambique, it is a country in East Africa. He came to East Africa, then he sailed to India with the help of an Indian pilot. He made 3 voyages. Second time in 1501, with 20 ships, he founded a trading center at Kannanur. And the third voyage of Vasco da Gama was in 1524. But in 1524 December, he fell ill and died in Cochin. After Vasco da Gama, in 1505, Francisco de Almeida, he was appointed as a governor by the Portuguese. Almeida's aim was also to develop the naval power of Portuguese in India. He followed a policy called Blue Water Policy. Okay, his rule was between 1505 to 1509. So after this period, in 1509, Alfonso de Albuquerque, he was also a real founder of the Portuguese power in India. He encouraged the marriages of Portuguese with Indian women. He maintained a friendly relationship with Vijayanagar Empire. So after his period, Nino de Cunha, he moved his capital from Cochin to Goa in 1530. Portuguese, they succeeded there capturing Goa, Daman and Diu and Bombay on the western coast. Portuguese started their cultivation of tobacco in India. The printing press was set up by Portuguese at Goa in 1556. But in 17th century, the Portuguese power began to decline to Dutch. So the Dutch captured them, and by 1739, the Portuguese pockets became confined to Goa, Diu and Daman. So first Portuguese invaded. We have seen the governors who have ruled during that period, and now the Dutch followed the Portuguese into India. After their arrival in India, the Dutch founded their first factory in Muzaulipattinam, that is in Andhra Pradesh. They captured Nagapattinam near Madras and make a stronghold in South India. The most important commodities traded by the Dutch were silk, cotton, indigo, rice and opium. Opium, it is a medicinal plant, but it is used as an illegal drug. And indigo, it is used for making dyes. They also monopolized the trade in black pepper and other spices. So the Dutch, they invaded into Tamil Nadu. The Portuguese, who established a control over Pulicat since 1502, was overthrown by Dutch. So first Portuguese invaded, they had a control over Pulicat. Pulicat, it is a town in Tiruvallur district. That was overthrown by the Dutch. The Dutch established their settlement at Pulicat. Diamonds were exported from Pulicat to western countries. After Dutch, the Britishers came to India. The next was British. On 31st December 1600, Elizabeth, the Queen of England, granted a charter to the Governor and Company of Merchants of London to trade with East Indies. The company was headed by a governor and a court of 24 directors. Captain Hawkins visited Jahangir's court in 1608 to get certain concessions for the company. The Mughal Emperor Jahangir permitted the English to establish their factory in 1613 at Surat, which initially became the headquarters of the English in Western India. These events enhanced the British prestige at the Mughal court. On the coastline of Bay of Bengal, the English established their first factory in 1611 at Muzaulipattinam, an important port in the territory of Kingdom of Golconda. The East India Company built its famous factory known as Fort St. George in Madras, which became their headquarters for the whole of Eastern Belt and first fort built by British. India was under the East India Company's rule till 1858. After it came under the direct administration of the British Crown. Next, the Danish. On March 17, 1616, the King of Denmark issued a charter and created a Danish East India Company. They established settlement at Tranquebar in 1620 and Serampore in 1676. They failed to strengthen themselves in India and they sold all their settlement in India to British in 1845. The next came French. The French East India Company was formed in 1664 by Colbert, a minister of King Louis XIV. France was the last European country to come to India as traders. The French East India Company established factories in different parts of India, particularly in the coastal regions such as Mahe, Karaikal, Balasore and Kazim Bazar. These were a few important trading centers of the French East India Company. In our next video, we can discuss the rest of the lesson. Thank you, children.